Hi guys, welcome to my 30 subscriber special. My name is Phaedra. Welcome to my 30 subscriber special. Not 10, not 20, but 30. We did it, guys. I'm just here because I wanted to celebrate this most important milestone with all my fans. That brings me to the main event of this video, which is the Q&A that I held on Twitter a few days ago. And you guys sent some wonderful questions about myself, that band that shall not be named, and most importantly, the plans I have for this channel. So Kaylee asked, when's the merch dropping? I'm waiting. And to that I say, when my plaque gets here, whenever that'll be. What's your favorite high school memory? So, I was a theater kid. I just lost even more subscribers. Honestly, I had this weird sadistic liking for whenever something would go really wrong, or whenever we do not what was expected of us. In our performance of Into the Woods, I was a stagehand, and stagehands are typically supposed to be very quiet, very unnoticeable, but I kind of made it my life's mission as a stagehand during Into the Woods to have as much fun as possible during the finale, because me and the other stagehands would have dance-offs in the wings from across the other side of the stage, and it was always so much fun. That or the Free Bobby Shmurda walkout from 10th grade. How's college life so far? I mean, if we're being real, college life has been pretty weird so far. Because you know how ever since you start high school, they start telling you that college is where it's really at, where it's the real best time of your life. So I've been placing this high expectation upon myself in these 4 years of my life. So here I am, 18, now I'm in college, and everything in the world is some hot garbage. So once again, I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself of trying to find a way to make this all fulfilling and memorable, but also juggling the responsibility of being aware and active in like the current state of the world, you know, not just kind of partying away and acting like nothing's going on. It's been kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. Right now this ain't it, but you know, hopefully it'll get better. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? So in 10 years I'll be 28, which is kind of young still, so I don't think I'll have kids or anything by then. I mean, I see myself living in Atlanta. Hopefully Atlanta still exists. Hopefully Miami still exists. Because you know, we the first to go. Ocean Drive finna just be ocean. Back to Atlanta, where I hope to live. I hope to work at an independent film studio, making these cool art house films, or producing them, or writing them, or something like that. Or, you know, marketing, anything related to indie films. I want to be doing that. In an ideal world, I would have founded the studio as well, but you know, you never know. I would have traveled all around the world and turned my house with lots of trees near a big lake into like this boho film buff sanctuary. It's gonna be great. What's your backup career plan? Right now this. Please subscribe. What will you upload to the channel? Pretty much anything related to movie, TV shows, pop culture at large. If there's a topic that I find interesting, I'll make a video on it discussing it. Some of these videos are going to be more laid back, where it's just kind of me talking about it and giving my opinion, like me and my desk just kind of explaining. Or some of them hopefully can be a more formal, well-structured like video essay. YouTubers like Lindsay Ellis always inspired me, and I think her videos are just like the pinnacle of like what makes YouTube great. And I feel like that's the level that I aspire to be on occasion, because as a college student and someone who just got a job, I don't have time to write and edit these video essays, so I think a lot more of my videos, just proportion-wise, are going to be more relaxed and more just kind of me explaining something. Also, me and my roommate kind of want to do some dumb stuff on here too, so occasionally get ready for some dumb shit. Oh my god, I just swore. Demonetized. Top 5 favorite movies and TV shows. So for movies, this is in no particular order, but I would say like Paris is Burning, Before Sunset, Children of Men, The Lion King, Hot Fuzz is one of my favorites as well. Honorable mentions are like The Iron Giant, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and Grey Gardens. As far as TV shows go, I'd say Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, the first 6 seasons, Watchmen, the new one for HBO, and After the Last Airbender, and maybe Death Note. I rewatched it recently and I loved it, so maybe Death Note. What is something that you always wanted to do but were afraid to, or maybe just didn't find the perfect moment for it yet? Honestly, making a YouTube channel. I always thought that I had the right type of personality and the right type of interests for a YouTube channel to be like a content creator, but I just didn't have the confidence in myself to do it. Up until college, when I was like, college, changes, do stuff. Let's go. Favorite non-paramore song and bands? Well, my favorite song ever is the Fugees' cover of Killing Me Softly, and I'd say that the Fugees are my favorite group ever, but as for like bands specifically, I mean, not to get super hot topic on y'all, but like personally, I will not allow myself to die until I've seen My Chemical Romance live. Also in that similar, angsty vein, I really love Jimmy Eat World, American Football, The Maine. Also, there's this local Miami band called Mustard Service that my friend got me into, and I think y'all should check them out. They're actually really good. You could only choose one album for the rest of your life, which one would it be and why? See, I'm trying to think of an album that gives me like that full range of emotions. Not necessarily always like because of the songs themselves, but like what I can get from it. Probably The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I listened to it a lot as a kid, and so much so that it almost feels like an extension of myself. I can feel at peace in a way because of the nostalgia, but when I want to feel engaged or angry or joyful, the emotions are in there as well. If you could describe yourself with one song lyric, which one would you choose? Basically, the entire bridge from Grow Up by Paramore, it reads, "We get along, for the most part, me in reality, the light in the dark. We live alone, 2 different worlds, me in a fantasy, you in your memories, but we get along." I just think that's such an intriguing and captivating lyric. I would get it tattooed, but like, that's a whole ass paragraph. Now, the way I relate to that lyric isn't necessarily me and another person, it's more so 2 different parts of myself. Anybody who knew me growing up knew that I was like the most spaced out, eccentric kid, and that's because I was like a total daydreamer. I spent half my time in a different world, an idealistic, better one, or maybe a nostalgic one where I'm like reminiscing on past memories and stuff like that. Because the one I was actually in sucked. It was some trash. So to place it within the context of the song, the struggle of staying invested in your own mind in the wake of having to accept real tangible changes and responsibilities is really hard, and something that I always felt like really spoke to me individually. This video was supposed to be a meme, guys. And that concludes the real question part of the video. We're on to the Paramore section because I know my brand. General thoughts on Petals for Armor. I mean, overall I thought it was pretty strong. Definitely compared to Paramore, it didn't have the same oomph or presence that makes Paramore so memorable or successful, which I understand because it's a more understated album. It's really good if you pay attention to it, but it's like you have to actively invest yourself into it. It's not necessarily like a Paramore album that would just gravitate towards you and just grab your attention. Like, I can't imagine someone playing it out loud and just being like, oh my god, what is that? You know what I mean? But there are some genuinely fantastic songs on here. I mean, as y'all know, Crystal Clear is like the song of 2020 for me. And I think it plays through this really interesting and inspiring narrative of this woman coming through with all this pain and anger and mistrust and like eventually reaching emotional redemption, or at least a significant step closer to that. I thought that was really sweet. I thought that was really cute. Y'all are just being mean. Fuck, Marry, Kill, After Laughter, Brandywise, and Riot. Firstly, I would marry After Laughter because I feel like it's got that timelessness, that longevity, and that consistency, so I feel like it'd be like a long and happy marriage. Okay, maybe not happy, but like a marriage. I would fuck Brandywise. It's different when it's like my real face saying this shit, not just me tweeting it. Brandywise is just like a sexy album. It's aggressive and turbulent. Brandywise would fuck me, if we're being real. And lastly, I would kill Riot simply because Hailey's already trying her best to kill Riot. And know, why fight it? This is the part where I pretend to know about singing. What is your favorite live vocal performance of Haley's? Personally, I think my favorites would have to be the acoustic cover of Conspiracy from 2006 and the Paraguay 2018 cover of Everywhere. So thankfully, that concludes this video. It's over, guys. We can celebrate that. Thanks for the head start, I guess. See you guys.